Hello, this is the Lord's Legion yet again, and welcome back to the Antecedent Commentary, a show in which I go back to the past and watch some of my older videos and then just tear myself a new asshole. Yes, I did promise that I was going to make another commentary, and I do apologise for not doing it so sooner, but the thing is, shit happens. And I know the last commentary was kinda crap, but that was mostly because the video itself that I took was kinda bad to do a commentary on, so I decided to make it up to you by going all the way back to the very beginning. And by beginning, I mean the very first vocal video that I've ever done as Mr. Boomer. That being the original list of the top 10 Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes Villains. And considering my size, I'm actually surprised that this video in particular has done surprisingly well, and even the like to dislike ratio is fairly decent. However, it's such a shame that my newer list that I've done from when I came back as the Lord's Legion hasn't done as well as this original list. Because this video right here is just complete garbage, and I just sat through only the 5 seconds of it and I just knew I had to tackle this video. And by going way back, I mean all the way to 2012. Yes, that's right folks, I've been on YouTube for that long. So enough of that chit chat, because this intro is going far too long and this top 10 list is such a long one. So let's just jump right into it.
What's up, it's Mr. Boomer here.
Oh god, I actually forgot I put that accent on. Ugh, I can't believe I did that.
And yes, this is my real voice with a bit of an accent, and it's my first attempt at making a vocal top 10 list, so get used to it, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be one hell of a torturous sitting.
But my apologies if my mic is a bit weak, because that's the only tools I have to work with as of now. But in the future, I might be able to get a better mic, or I might have to do all my work non-vocal, full stop.
I think you'd be doing everyone a favour if you did all your stuff non-vocal.
Okay, I'm getting a bit off topic, so now let's get on with it.
Yeah, believe it or not, this video was actually scripted, and somehow I still stuttered like a motherfucker.
As you may know, I enjoyed the hell out of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. However, I did have some things that bugged me a bit, like the appearance of some characters, and Iron Man's voice, etc.
I mean, I know I can be nitpicky sometimes, but I never knew I was that bad.
There are so many good villains in this show, and it was so hard to make a top 10.
There is such thing as retakes. I think you should have considered on doing one of those.
But still, I finally got in the end. But enough talk, let's get on with it, and let's get to the top 10 Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes Villains.
Can I back down now? Please? Can I just leave?
Yeah, you've got a hell of a list if this guy barely makes the cut.
Wow, that's just barely recognizable.
But regardless, Loki is a pretty cool villain. But the question is, why is he at the bottom of the list?
Yeah, that is actually a good question. Why is he at the bottom of the list? He's done quite a lot through season 1 alone.
Well, because they did do very little justice about his hatred about Odin's lies, which he only mentioned in one episode, and that the rest of the time he just tries to kill Thor and take over the 9 realms. But despite his flaws, the way he did take over the 9 realms were pretty clever, and he did use the Masters of Evil as his pawns.
Okay, so all the cool stuff that Loki's done through season 1 and all of his plans that were just so clever, and yet having one little flaw make him go down to the bottom of the list? This is going to be a terrible video to sift through.
To be honest, in my opinion, Kang is one of the most overrated villains in this show, but that doesn't necessarily make him a bad villain by any means.
Okay, that I can kind of agree with. Then again, Kang had some pretty badass scenes and could even take down the Avengers on his own.
Kang is a time traveller who has a huge grudge on Captain America, believing that he was the one who destroyed Kang's timeline.
Okay, I'm sorry, but was it really this hard to just get rid of the cuts and just trim them away? Because they are very distracting.
Much like Loki, Kang is more of a mastermind than a fighter, and I thought he was going to be the main villain of the whole show.
Bullshit. I mean, yes, Kang was a complete mastermind and all that good stuff, but Kang could also beat the Avengers single-handedly.
And he, a lot like Magneto, it believes that what he's doing is right by conquering the 21st century in order to save his love, Ravonna, as opposed to just taking over the world just cause he wants to.
Come on now, laddie, just take a breather, No need to stutter and go on and on and on and on and on and on.
And he can, cause he's a conqueror. Derp.
Not impressed.
Now I don't really know much about the Living Laser in the comics, as I never really read any of the comics with him in it, but when I seen him in the show, he is a very funny villain in the show.
Oh, I just can't wait to see why you would think that, eh?
The Living Laser seems to be motivated by revenge, as he has such a grudge on Iron Man for whatever reason. You can post me a comment below on why he hates Iron Man so much, as I am very interested.
This video so lacks in the research department.
But the thing that gets him up the spot on this list is the fact that the Living Laser is very insane.
So the Living Razor is number 8 because he's funny and insane, yet characters like Kang and Loki just get the axe.
The Grim Reaper, it has possibly one of the best designs out of all the villains on this show. I mean, just look at the guy. He has a dark purplish cloak, has a cybernetic arm which can transform into a scythe, and he even is as intimidating as heck.
Chill. Take it easy, buddy.
The Grim Reaper is quite a clever infiltrator. The way he purposely got caught by S.H.I.E.L.D. while wearing a Hydra uniform so that he can go into the vault, attack all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and free Baron Structure so that Structure can gain control of Hydra once more.
Structure? This video lacks structure.
The Crimson Dynamo is a very cool villain, and is one of the darker villains as well, in terms of actions, as like how the Living Laser, he hates Iron Man. However, he has more hatred of Iron Man than how the Living Laser does.
Really? Please inform!
The Crimson Dynamo has a very big, bulked armor, which possesses a lot of weapons, as well as super strength and flight.
You know, instead of scratching your mic, could you please tell us why Crimson Dynamo is such a dark character as you claim?
He hates Iron Man so much that he almost crushes Tony's skull, and I could imagine what would happen if he actually did that and crushed his skull to a million pieces. Ugh, I bet you they wouldn't allow that in a children's TV show, wouldn't they? Oh no.
Is this your best shot at humour? This is so tragic, I don't even have a witty retort for this.
The ultimate abomination of mankind, who is as strong as the Hulk and twice as mean.
Is this an audition for an audiobook? Because I don't think you're gonna get very far.
The Abomination at first to me was a complete joke, by his weird appearance, his weird annoying voice and accent, and he was always a follower as opposed of being a leader.
Isn't that always what the Abomination was?
But after a while, I thought he was quite a good villain, and I thought I was being a bit picky on him, as he did have that sort of an accent in the comics.
Okay, I was gonna ask, how would you know what a comic book character would sound like on a book, as well as how they would on a cartoon and compared it to, but to each their own?
I never thought Baron Zemo looked cool, nor did I find him interesting at the time the show wasn't out, but now that I've seen the show, and I've seen a few episodes with him in it, and I now find him a very cool and interesting villain.
You can't really apply cool and interesting to this video though.
Baron Zemo seems to be one of the more darker villains in this show, like how his father died. Much like in the comics, he got his face messed up by his own chemicals, which made his mask attached to his own face.
Hold on. You are really getting both Zemos confused. His dad never died. This is pretty much the OG Zemo. The second Zemo didn't come in till way later on.
His voice is very calm and menacing. I can take him seriously with that goofy 40ish like costume, and it becomes even more and more deadly within the next encounter.
Okay, I know I've said this before, but this mic is so distracting.
The Red Skull is one of the more confident and smarter villains in the series, as well as has one of the best appearances in the show, and has one of the best voices for a German psychopath.
Okay, again, I've got to side with you on that one. The Red Skull's voice in this show really does kick ass.
The Red Skull acted a lot like what he did in the comics by being a very power-hungry dictator who wanted to take over the world and test another weird creatures from another world, and was responsible for the rumoured death of Bucky, and has a huge part in Season 2.
Again, just calm down. You don't have to say everything in one take. Splitting it up won't hurt one bit.
Ultron has to be one of the best robots of all time, as well as being one of the best villains ever created in media history.
Am I really doing a Jesse Luthor impression before Batman v Superman even happened?
In Season 2, which is not really much of a spoiler because the creators pretty much already mentioned this, but Ultron returns to creative vision in order to disassemble the Avengers.
Yeah, it was only mentioned from behind the scenes. What if someone hasn't even seen the clip that was mentioned, you nitwit?
This is the first time when I thought to myself and saw Doctor Doom in his first appearance in this show, and I thought, hey, this is Doctor Doom done perfectly. Despite the comics, this was the first time I saw Doctor Doom done right, from his appearance, to his voice, to his plots, to his actions, to his powers, and even his personality was done perfectly.
Okay, at this point in this segment, aside from the audio errors and how unorganized I was with the script, I've got nothing new to say within that segment, so I'm just gonna cut a bit. Also to kind of recover a little more.
Well, here goes my first vocal top 10 list. I hope you enjoy my first attempt.
No.
Or at the very least respect me, as I haven't got enough tools to be good.
No.
But I hope I did well from what I've got, but I'm not trying to be the next Fiery Joker, or even the next Farfall's minion.
No.
Well, this is Mr. Boomer here, and well, I'm going now, so ta-da!
Oh god, I even forgot about that end tagline that I used to have and put on a fake Scouse accent. Ugh. Thank god this video is over. I'm so ashamed that it even exists. Or do I? I mean, sure it was complete and utter shit, but let's really be honest. It could have been even worse. And also put into consideration that this was my first ever focal video, it could have gone a completely shitter direction. And yes, it could have been way better, but to be honest, at least it was kinda entertaining, albeit in a painful way. And considering how this is kinda one of the few videos that kinda shot up and is considerably doing kind of well, I mean, surely there's some gold in this turd, right? Well, this is pretty much the end of the commentary, and I had quite a lot of fun with this video, and it's pretty interesting to look back on this one. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel as well. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please take care and have a good one.